Babadook, Babadook.
Babadook, Babadook.
Hello? Swear to God, right? There it is. Where are you?
Get that gift. Oh.
Bitch, I said where are you? I'm not playing these fucking games, bitch.
Oh, girl, let me rejoin.
I'm gonna be in the
Sorry.
desert. I need to get some kills, so.
In the desert?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the desert.
Honestly, I decided to look at what the fuck magma is before trying to get it, and I've came to a conclusion that I'm a
It's
little
rare.
angry that I'm back at square one when I first start playing the game. I don't like being low level, and I'm just gonna get to 500 until something that's legendary or divine run up again, because everything that's not legendary or divine is just dog shit. It's never visually appealing. They need to rework Cloud. If they rework Cloud, that would be one of my mains. I love Cloud.
Right. Right. Like, they're
Um,
adding these new things that are even, like, good or useful that no one ever wants. And then, like, it makes people, like, bored. And then it's gonna make people not want to play the game. They're not gonna get any sales or players, which is what they need in order to keep the game running. And they're not reworking things that would keep the game running a little better for new players and old players, like old gen
it's
players.
just weird. I'm sorry. It's just
Yeah, they need to prioritize better things. Who just hit me?
fucking
Bitch.
angry. Ma.
Gripped. Bitch. Let me, uh, max my level. Fox? What is it called? Fox. My level.
What the hell did Mecca tell you earlier when you guys? I think she was texting you about something, and we were like talking on PlayStation, and she was like, "I'm gonna tell Maddie," and I was like, "Girl, don't tell him. I'm just telling myself." But she
Tell
did
me what?
anyway.
What did she even tell me?
Did she text you at all?
Yeah, sorta. Not privately, but
What
like, it was in the
what
server.
she text you about?
Hmm? I don't
I
know.
don't
I just
think she
remember
actually
saying,
sent
wait,
you the
Reina left, joined,
message.
and then left again. I said something about Reina leaving the server, which is you, obviously. And
And what she said?
she was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We just had like a random conversation about it. Let me get the messages. Oh no, no, no. She sent me what you sent me like last night or something like that. Um, let me go back to it right now. So, all right. Going back, going back, going back, going back. She said, he says he already told you to keep your Overwatch 2 friends like Title Fight, Red, etc., and that they don't respect him. And they also disrespect me all the time, referring to herself. And you don't clock when they are rude to me. Same with Ray himself, and saying they disrespectful. And he says Red disrespects him all the time, and you don't do anything. That's and that it's not fair for you to call me, as in Mecca, your BSF, and then be friends with people that do that, and that he didn't want, referring to you, to be around people that disrespect him. I said, oh my god, people acting like I don't say not too much. I said acting like I don't say not too much on Mecca. Mecca, I said Mecca, Ray's acting like you don't rage bait, because I felt like I took it as if like you were speaking for her, and I was like, no, like I literally
I wasn't
Mecca
speaking
rage
for
baits.
her, and
Oh, okay,
I told
because I
Mecca
said,
that. Oh, my bad. I thought you were like done reading. My
no,
bad.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'll be quick. I said Mecca, he
Okay.
acting like you don't rage bait, and then I said if he wants distance, then he can have it, but don't blame me. And then she said half the time I don't really. She said half the time I'm not really rage baiting. I just say hi, and they would call me fat bitch and say I'm ugly. And I said it's everybody that runs to me for help, and it pisses me off. And then I said, Mecca, I have never forced you or Ray to be around these people. It is the internet. You are free to leave. She said, yeah, that's why I stopped complaining. And I said, it's not like I don't say something though. I said, everybody deals with. She said, I know you're not going to do anything or care, so there is not a point in telling you. I said, everybody deals with everyone, using them as a punching bag. It's not personal at all. If you or Mecca feel like people are saying, oh, you're this, and that, and they're jumping you, I promise you they've done it to themselves. They've done it to me. They've done it to Mecca. They've done it to Lucas. They've done it to Red. They've done it to Grape. They've done it to Yannick, the Bofa. They all do it to each other. But I feel like you and Mecca take it personal. Take it more fucking personal. Like Mecca isn't the one who instigates the most. When they do it to me, she instigates
Me?
that. No.
Can I explain?
No, because I'm not finished. I'm sorry. But Mecca will sit here and she will say, like, she'll take it personally. But I'm like, bitch, you're the reason they do it to me. Because you instigate shit. So they're gonna be okay with doing it to you. I literally made it so that they're distant from her. And then she was like, I don't even care about it anymore. Like, whatever. And now she doesn't care. And then she just, like, she was, after that, I was like, literally just explaining it to her, and then she like slowly, like when she realized I like was like, girl, you have no right to take it personally or act like you're a victim. In a way, she was just like literally just sitting there begging me, I'll do anything at Roblox. Let me. It was weird, but she was like, get on Roblox, and that was it. But I've done, from my side at least for now, I've literally done nothing to force you guys to be there. I, what's it called? I what are you just go.
Okay. So number one, I told Mecca to first of all not say anything to you because there's a lot of reasons why I felt like I did not want to tell you because not only could a lot of narratives be shifted because I felt like there was a possible way. I felt like then again, it's not really that big of a deal to you, so there would not be a point. And I told her not to make it seem like I was trying to like stand up for her. Not like in a way like, oh like I'm not gonna defend you bitch and whatnot, but like I was basically just telling Mecca like I think it's crazy how they sit up and say all this bullshit to you.
I feel like we should be having
To
this
me,
conversation with Mecca in the party.
okay, we'll tell her when she gets here, but like, I was like, I think it's a little crazy how like they speak to you. Like, I find it really disrespectful, and well, not everybody's the same. So I was like, I think it's a little crazy that Maddie don't really be trying to like clock or let it be known like y'all are like y'all need to tone it down like this is a little crazy like or I've only heard you like say not too much once and it was for me. I think it was against Red, and I was just like the shit they say to you like don't you ever get like sick of it, and she was basically like why did you leave the server. I just described like I have an issue with all of these like little YNs because they're just so disrespectful. I just don't like their mindset. I don't like who they are. Like I don't want to be involved with nothing they have. So I quietly left the server to not draw attention to myself and to get myself some peace, because anytime something goes on in there, I could understand if it was just like a joke and maybe some rage baiting, but Red always has something negative to say, and it's like, if I'm going to say something that like I want to talk about with the people that I fuck with, I don't want to be in a space with somebody who's also going to keep on trying to like downplay something and minimize it. Like, who do you think you are?
Right.
I don't know. It's really disrespectful. I didn't like it. And I was like, I'm just gonna like leave the server because I really talk in there anyway. So why not
You
leave? I
talk
can just
them. You
DM
talk some. You are one of the most like speakers. Like you speak some of the most. Like if there was a rank, you're like top 5 on like who speaks in there.
I get that. I'm just, like comparing to like other servers I speak in. Like I don't really speak in there.
Okay.
But I'm not fully blaming you as if it's your burden because they're the ones who do it. So it's like I would rather talk to you about it than trying to go force them to like know how to talk to us. Because if they actually did give a fuck, they would consider the next person's feelings and be like, maybe my humor is not for everybody. I don't even know them like that. But obviously, they're not considerate, so I'll just go. And I just asked Mecca, like, what does Maddie think about this? They're his friends. And, whatnot. What do you think
Mm-hmm.
about it?
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
You asking me now?
Yeah? Well,
Um,
I want to hear your opinion because I never heard, like, what you genuinely think
my
about,
opinion
like,
is
how
like
they.
how I think about it is like I personally like if they I can dish a lot. I can take a lot of what's dished out. Like I don't know how to put it into words. Like I personally I don't dish it if I can't take it. And I've given them the same amount of energy. And like I guess I share like a lot of similar humor. Like I find them really funny to be around. So like I'm chill with them. I like to play scrims with them. Even though I'm not like the best at Overwatch. Like I'm only masters and like high diamond. Like it's still fun. Like everyone has like humor. Like I've known them for like a pretty long time. Actually, like a little over a year. I've known like Grape. I think Title Fight. And like it's been a while like of me knowing these people, and so I like to hang out with them. I don't personally have anything wrong against their humor. From my point of view, I see them how they treat Mecca and you the same way they treat each other, and that's why I say I think you guys are taking it personally and out of proportion. I feel like maybe you guys are just like maybe it's like a sensitive thing, and you know what, you're entitled to how you want to feel.
Can
But
I
that's
explain why?
exactly. I feel like that's not like. Here's the thing, right? I feel like every time I say something, you wanna like have a reason for it, and I get it, and I'm gonna let you explain why because, you're entitled to voicing yourself. At the same time, I feel like, like, you know, every time I say something that's like a constant, like I'll say something like, oh, like, you know, sky's blue and that's why like I see the sky as blue. That's why I drew the sky blue in my painting. You'll be like, can I like say why though? Like no, that's not really the point. It's that's how you get shifted from the point. The point is that
Girl, I
the
don't
whole
think that's
point
the
was that I'm
point. I just
explaining
want to
why.
give my
Like,
opinion on it or something. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, well that's okay. Well, you just didn't say that. Is what I'm trying to say. You were trying to explain why, not give an opinion. So you can give an opinion. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. But I was just letting you know how I see it and how I feel like you'd just be wasting your breath if you explained in a certain way.
okay.
Oh shit, that's. Oh,
Do you feel like that's like a problem? Question mark.
what do you mean? Do I feel like what's the problem?
That like I'm just like always giving a reasoning behind something.
No, I don't think it's always a problem. I just think that like sometimes like I'll be like, oh, like I really don't like how they have to like I don't like how they do this, and then you'll like sometimes try to like get into like why, and I'm like, sometimes you don't need to say why. Like it's okay to, I'm willing to listen, of course, but it's like when you sit here and you're always like trying to like give a reason. It doesn't really matter. The point is that it happened, or like it's happening. Like I wish that there didn't always have to be like Like, I always want there to be a type of reason just so I understand. But at the same time, it feels like I'm almost being invalidated, or like an attempt to invalidate like what I'm seeing and my point of view, because you're trying to give like a reason, and it's like there's like no point. Like, I don't see like a genuine point of giving a reason all the time. It feels
Can
very
you tell me
pointless.
why that you feel like it's invalidated? Like, explain more.
So like I'll like say something like I have a like I feel a type of way about, and I feel like you'll like try to get into like the reasons of why and like how and whatever, or I'll even say like wow, my character did more than your character, and you'll be like, well, that's because it doesn't matter why, still fucking happens. And so I'm just like, that's just like so like pointless. Like I feel like it just like it shows me immaturity in a way, because I feel like that's the type of shit Nelly would do, because that's the type of shit he does do. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay. Okay. I know what you're trying to say, but I personally feel like you're reaching here, not like in a like like no offense. Like, I feel like you're reaching here like as a way of like immaturity, but if maybe I just don't understand. But you know what? I'll just say like okay, but I just don't understand like how that would come off as immature. But okay,
I can like explain further if you want.
yes.
So like I feel like when little kids are reaching, are the ones reaching. This is ironic. You said you felt like I was reaching. When little, oh my god. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Um, you said like how what's it called? Like you don't see how it shows immaturity. I personally feel like it shows immaturity because when you're talking to a little kid and you're like, oh, like I won this game, or like you're just talking to a little kid and you say something that they don't like, that goes against their agenda. They're like, oh, well, that's because that's like it's like reaching. Like, to me, that's reaching. And that's why I found it ironic that you said, you know like that I'm reaching by saying what I just said, but it's not. It's reaching to always try to find a reason for something that you don't even need a reason for.
But at the end of the day, when someone's telling you about like a reoccurring issue, an understanding must be like understood. Like, and if you don't, well,
And
you don't
that's
have to
okay,
agree.
but I feel like you're shifting off the topic and what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about reoccurring issues. I've already given you examples of how it's not just reoccurring issues, it's like anything. There has to be like a reason for everything. And I said it's fine, you can always voice that, but like as it does get to like a point, because again, I'll bring up the example, like I'll say like, oh, like I just did really good, like, oh, um I my character did good damage. Someone, you will like say like, oh, well, that's because this and that, and oh, well, that's because this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, why did like, damn, like, okay, like we get it, like we already know. Even if we don't, it's not really that important. Like, respectfully, no one asked, and so
I
that's
feel like
why
that's
I say it
irrelevant
shows
to bring
immaturity.
up.
Hmm.
I feel like that's like an irrelevant point to bring up though, because earlier I asked you like, is that like an issue? You said no, and even if that was a good thing, it'd still be irrelevant because like, okay, it's good, but
How are you gonna say it's
like
irrelevant, but it's literally me answering your question? Is me always asking why an issue? I just told you like how I felt about it,
you
and you're
were the
sitting
one
here
who
saying
brought
it's
it up.
irrelevant. You're literally the one who asked me. Are we dumb?
You brought it up. I didn't. I was talking about the fact that with Red and all them, and now it's about this.
You asked me. Hello?
What I ask you?
You asked me something about like you always ask me a question or whatever, and then I like brought up like how you're always asking like why or whatever in a type of way. What the fuck is this? Cookies? You found suspicious cookies. Eat a cookie. Oh wow, I just died from eating a cookie. Anyways, um, what was I saying? I don't even know. But that's all. To get back on subject then, because whatever. Um, The whole like issue with the people who
Oh, wait,
scream.
hold on.
Hold on,
Not to
wait. I
interrupt
just
you.
fucked my shit up. Hold on, wait. Okay, speak again. What are you saying?
Was the question about when I was like, what's your like opinion on it? Because I asked you like,
No, your
what do
question
you
was, is
think
that an
about?
issue? And I forgot.
No, like no, like you said that I was the one who brought it up, and I was like, and I'm like wondering like, when did I bring that up? Like, when?
So you okay? So let me repeat myself. This is gonna be the fourth time, so I really hope you use your listening ears.
You never
Oh.
told me what I said though. That's
Okay, so again, let me repeat myself. Um, you said something about how like, oh, you said something like, oh, is that a problem, or whatever, and like I answered or whatever. That was kind of it. But I forgot exactly what you asked. I just remember you asking about me saying like, oh, like you always have to like find a reason, like you're always reaching. That's it, literally it. And then you were like, oh, I think that's reaching. That was literally it.
I do think that's reaching because I feel like I don't even think I know like everything needs an understanding if you're like telling someone your thoughts like an
But
understanding
that
of
shows me that you weren't listening to me because I literally said multiple times, it's not just about something that needs a reason. It's literally things that don't need a reason. That was my whole point. Is that you give, you always like are like, oh, that's why da 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 da, when it's not important when you don't actually need the reason. That was my whole point. And this is like the fourth
well,
time now. So
well you probably didn't voice it right because it seems like
this
you're
I
talking about
literally
the
just repeated myself.
situation.
All my life I just repeated myself.
I never claimed you didn't. Are you listening to what's coming out of my mouth?
I never claimed I what? Didn't repeat myself? Because you just said I twisted my words, so you literally just did claim that I did not repeat myself. You're a fucking idiot right now. You look
Back
stupid.
to square one, bitch.
Right,
I
right.
said, what do you want? What's up? Spit it out.
Hello?
Mm.
Oh, you're on the phone, my bad.